Hello guys, as you know, you were supposed to hear about the old man, but you can't because reasons. The rules were changed unexpectedly. This is Sunday, we just found out today. This is so new, it's not in the terms of service yet. So, excitement time, removing a lot of content time. We had to do it, you know. It, it hurt. It hurt to have to go remove a lot of stuff from the community tab and like all your comments and stuff like that on it and all the likes and stuff. I feel bad, guys. I do. You guys know you're my first priority. I want to protect you first and create a safe, welcoming atmosphere, and now that's a no-no to discuss on YouTube, so we had to remove a ton of content, some offerings, two Let's Plays, just out of an abundance of caution because the rules have changed, and we've done everything from, at first, I was like, oh, it's okay, they do this all the time. And then I looked at Loki and I said, you know, we are pagan. This is not something we've ever talked about, but dang, now that we can't talk about it, it's all I can think about. And he goes, I know, right? And, I said, this is on the growing list of things we can no longer do. We can't cuss. We can't talk about outdoor activities. We can't post spicy content. A lot of things. And I said, I can adapt and I can do this and we can run the channel and we intend to be here until there's no YouTube. So if they last 40 years, we'll be here that long. Yeah. But I said, gee willikers, Mr. Wilson, this is getting awful hard when the rules are so brand new. We didn't know they were rules. And he said, I know. And that was the gods having my back on that one. That was gods having all our back, or we'd come in tomorrow and there would be no channel. And I said, I think we ducked a bullet on that one. He's like, yep. And it's their platform. It's why I'm very careful about everything that appears in the background. I know it looks like chaos and it looks like a toddler did it, but a toddler that understands what the terms of service are and understands exactly what it would look like. Every little thing in the background has been looked at. That's why there's not a Nordic theme behind me, because unfortunate associations. In case you've ever wondered, unfortunate associations 101. That's why I watch what I put in the background. That's why I watch what I say. And, Loki is actually a good god for that. He is the god that, they say he was welcomed into the Aesir because he's, Odin's blood brother. And so he knows a lot about joining a family where he feels, he's the outsider. He is not, of their clan. He's blood brother to Odin, so no one's going to question it. But at the same time, he's very well aware of his position. He is, and a lot of Lokeans are like that too. Maybe you have found a great community, or maybe you're used to being the little Lokean fox on the outside of communities, looking in thoughtfully and thinking, but we're not bad people, why won't they let us in? And some people find welcoming communities, they're blessed, and some people don't. The moment they mention Loki, they get, kicked out on their little fox butt and they're never heard from again. And that's kind of the thing that I guess makes us adaptable. And, it makes us go, well, this role's not fair either. But, we kind of seem to carry Loki's energy with us. And a lot of us wandered into having YouTube channels. And if this isn't the most Loki kind of situations to get into on a daily basis, I don't know what is. I heard beautifully said back there. So yeah, we had to delete a lot of content, but that's okay. We had been kind of, not no exaggeration. We have been kind of talking about, you know, I wonder if we should go back and delete that content. Well, it turns out we had to. And I always want to keep it real with you guys. So we have been playing that kind of content, and there's nothing wrong with this stuff. It's cheese and crackers, outdoor sports, fill in the dots. There's nothing wrong with that. And that season of that show just started, and you can't talk about it on YouTube anymore, unfortunately. So there went like legit a month of content that we were going to start to coincide with something, and we were going to use it as a teaching platform for lessons the gods can teach us. And I looked at Loki and said, all those great lessons we wrote, and we didn't write them down. We just threw them back and forth. I said, floop, out the window. Yeah, yep. So, we'll just have to come up with something else. We always do, as Lokeans. Oh, I think more than other people, though I can't be sure. We always seem to find ourselves in these situations. All those videos on YouTube of foxes, those rescue videos of foxes trapped behind coffee machines or hanging from a fence or trapped on a roof or something else. So, that's kind of the Lokean thing. We get ourselves into a place and we get trapped and then we don't know what to do and we squeak to Loki for help and he comes and rescues us. I go, yeah. Oh, and I was legit gonna ask you guys about this one game and if you wanted to see it. No, you can't see it ever again. And I had to take down some Let's Plays and I was gonna ask you guys if this one game was any good and you didn't do that. No. I came there. And now I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my gosh, what if Odin had gotten some stuff he had asked for and we had displayed it in a video one time and I'm like, oh lordy, 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 we would just be gone. And that's kind of one of the things that keeps you on your toes. YouTube's always exciting, and Lokeans, we get that. We're pretty good at learning how to dance around stuff, learning, okay, this is the new set of rules, this is what we do. That game that I showed you guys a still of, I haven't played it, where you play with the runes. If you spell out Loki, you get this thing about Loki, and the clearly, Loki wasn't well loved by the developer. It was the Lokean with strange sense of humor. I'm not rightly sure, but he's not a bad guy. He just thinks outside the box and he finds a lot of solutions. He and his blood brother actually have a lot in common. I go, yep. And oh, I'm hearing the cat. That's what I'm hearing. We moved Mr. Pickles back in the other room, and sometimes he meows. Anyhow, we had to do some fancy foxy thinking and some swift ridding of stuff. I'm speaking the good English. And, Loki and I are both kind of stunned right now because there were 3 or 4 games we were going to get in. We were going to play them for you guys, and we can't do that right now. And, we have little tiny fox brains, and it's just, that's all gone, and we don't know what to do in this place. And I said, this almost feels like the universe or Loki or somebody is just telling us to give up Let's Plays altogether. I don't think we will. We're just going to have to be extremely, extremely careful, and it's not going to be anything more exciting than golf or jigsaw puzzle. I'm sorry guys, but with how dynamic this situation is now currently, with that was a brand new rule that isn't even in terms of service, and people are just gone now and people are leaving. We have to be careful. So, this was not the video we wanted to make, you guys. And before people say, oh, just leave and everything, it's not. You have to pick what you stand your ground on, and this was not anything that we felt was that important. It's not anything we felt was a deal breaker. It's not even something that we originally talked about on the channel, but as I did work with Odin, it started to come up, and we started to have good talks about ethics and everything else. And now we just can't do that anymore. So, we're just confused right now, and we're trying to figure out what to do. We have no idea. I know that wasn't like our very best, but we're still kind of stunned and sideswiped because I think we realized it was like, you ever have a car pass really close to you and you're totally zoned out when it does and you don't even worry about it, and then like 30 seconds later your heart starts to like hammer. That's kind of where we are right now. Like, we just realized how close Mr. Demonetization Bus came to us. So, guys, just stay foxy, stay nimble, be a Loki, and think, when stuff like that comes up, whether it's on YouTube or work or school, just be willing and ready and able to adapt and willing to do stuff. We did put a heads up in the community tab today, Sunday, but you'll be seeing this Monday, of, hey, heads up, if you have an outdoors channel, they're not going to be, letting you monetize a whole lot of stuff now. And it's kind of odd that I got back into that kind of outdoors games and content that I was watching lately just in time to find that. And I think that was Loki's guidance, and Loki was like, "Hey, guess what? They're getting rid of." So we got rid of all that. I apologize. I personally don't agree with it. I believe in live and let live, and I believe if they're going to let the side that's going to be jumping up and down and cheering about this new rule have have a platform to speak, then for true freedom of speech, the other side has to have a platform too. It's not good for you to hear one side of a conversation, because once people have to leave, as crazy as this place is, it's fairly civilized. Once people have to leave YouTube, some people just go all Wild West on a lot of us, and they go from being rational human beings to bitter, recluses because they had to leave YouTube, and they really, their content just starts to spiral, and that's no good for anyone. But I don't like it personally. I don't think it's a good decision. I don't believe that it should become a thing of only the people who say the right things and color within the lines and have the right views and outlooks on everything. I'm not sure where some of these ideas are coming from. Should be here, but that's going to be it. I don't agree with it, by the way. I don't care how you vote. I don't care what you eat. I don't care who you love. I don't care about your religion, your lack thereof. I don't care what you think of me or think of Loki. Well, I'll take issue on the Loki thing, but okay, yep. But unfortunately, it's their platform. So I'm sorry, guys, to yet again have to make what it feels like we've been doing announcement videos for a week, but them's the breaks sometimes. Sometimes life is punk like that. So sorry, guys. I had like a month of content plan, so we're gonna have to think of something else. We're gonna have to be clever Lokean foxes. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.